Great to see Issa when he's in form. He can be incredible. And hello, Dinko. We've got Julies.
Julies on the server. We know NIP are, they can sometimes pick up some unorthodox weapons, and certainly the Dual Berettas here on Nuke can be a very viable option, especially on this A-bomb site. Rez will be taking them top hut. They're about to swing on by. Issa with the opening kill, but Rez lets loose with the Julies. It's one kill for him, but Plopsky is taking the double. A third kill from Plopsky as well. And NIP will clean up the pistol round. A fast approach into the A-bomb site, but it did not work for OG.
Good start from Plopsky as well. And Maui was talking about how he's had a pretty tough time at this tournament. He's been the lowest rated player for NIP, which is not normally like Plopsky. Normally, he's one of the reliable stars of this squad. You know, you'd expect Twist maybe to be down there as one of the more supportive players. Plopsky's actually below him. So seeing Plopsky get a good start to this game, that's a great sign for Nip. The Swedes will be very happy with that.
Especially because when we cut to his player cam there, he's fired up. He's looking happy, confident. A fantastic start for NIP. I have to say, this could have went a little better there for OG. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. A good start from Issa. No one else getting anything done. That was a very quick pistol round. And yeah, Plopsky has been a very quiet performer, but someone who hasn't has been Nuke. He is currently already, according to HLTV, the player of the week. I feel like they're probably calling that early just because of the fact he's dominated so many of the statistics, right? KD difference, leading the way, kills per round. He's leading multi-kill rounds as well. This guy has been having a fantastic start back after the break, and I'll be looking for more of that up against OG. The first two kills are from Rez and Plopsky, and rinse and repeat yet again. Another nice hold on this A-bomb side. 4 kills this time from Rez, up 6-0. And behind him is Plopsky in 4-1. And no one's had to do anything yet. All 10 kills have come from Rez and Plopsky.
Always nice when you're just watching the scoreboard at the start of the game. You're just seeing your teammates rack up frags. That's always a good feeling. And we get the AWP out for Nuke straight away. We've been talking about how Nip have definitely been putting a lot into Nuke. They've been trying to set him up for success in a bunch of these rounds. This is one where he gets the sniper out early, and OG don't have that same luxury. They also don't know that Hampus is up close at yard. This is always a position that can be quite difficult to deal with. Sometimes the CTs can get away with 2 kills in this spot, depending on if OG clear it.
Alexi B throwing the Molotov down towards top hut. That forces Plopsky away, but Hampus's position right now, this is really solid. He's got so much control towards outside. He's got all the info that no one has cross-judged yet, but eventually when they do, you're gonna have to hard clear him. And oh no, Issa is about to check the corner, but Valde walked in front of him. And that will cost Valde his life, but Issa luckily getting the trade kill back.
Yeah, that could have been way worse. They lined up there, Issa nearly dying off, but thankfully it's just a trade. No smokes left for OG, but thankfully Nuke's AWP is not watching yards. So they're able to get down secret. The bomb has moved into that position, and Alexi B might be about to play a dangerous game. Plopsky's waiting on the other side. 33 seconds left, Dinko. OG have got to get a move on here.
Twist holding on. Alexi B walking right into the crosshair. And OG across the board, you know, you can sometimes see this from the T side. A couple of the players not together, trying to make some plays to create some space, but the play into the B bomb site has been solid. Mantu with the kill. Twist falls victim in our 3v3 post plan. OG sink their teeth deep into the bomb site. And we're looking at NIP trying to claw their way back into this. Nuke has got that up. An MP9 for Plopsky and a Galil for Rez. It's not the ideal weaponry to try and pull this off, but the kill has come through. MBK, the victim. Nuke with a second kill, all on Mantu. Trying to stand tall. It's the first and the second. He could win this on his own. It's just the AWP of Nuke swinging into the open. It's the no-scope and back to the bomb. He has no kit, just 2 line away, but he's run the clock down too far, and it's Mantu winning the round. If Nuke had a kit, he wins that round, Alex. There was 2 available on out of 3 players, and unfortunately, the player that survives doesn't have the kit.
Yeah, that's one of the things about Nork's sometimes passive AWPing style is normally when you're the AWPer, you're not buying that kit. So if you are in a clutch, you've got to go quickly. I thought OG were going to be in trouble there, all trapped on the bomb site for the post plant. Sometimes that can be really tricky for you to win, but Mantu making the difference in that one. Now, the issue for OG is they only have one AK in this follow-up round, Dinko, because that last one came so close, because they lost all those players. Mantu's the only man with an AK. They're missing some pieces of utility as well. And Nuke nearly got the opening fight, but it's Rez who's had a great start to this game. He gets the early kill onto Alexi B. OG down a man and already looking like they could be in trouble in this one.
Hampus holding on with the deagle. OG looking to put a little bit of pressure on Decon. Molotov going down, but the kill has come in. Hampus is the first player to fall in the defense, and now the bomb planted. OG setting up for this post plant again. All the players stuck inside of the site right now. They've got one player actually outside of the vent room. And one's just going to Decon. A little bit better now from OG. They have multiple positions you can have to worry about if you're here on NIP, and Twist moving forward, caught between two angles. They're still with the double in the round so far. And we're looking at a real difficult retake for NIP right now. Looking for the quick shots. It's Nuke with one. Rez with a follow-up. Suddenly, it's all on MBK. He has to swing that door open. Stop the defusion coming through. He's got the lineup. The kills, though. Too many players. They eclipse Nuke. They keep him alive. And it's NIP winning the retake.
Yeah, nice start for NIP. Oh my, what is going on, Dinko? The Nova. The Nova. Oh my.
Hunter just giving it to them.
Wow.
Nico's
you rarely see the Nova do
down
that.
Nico's team.
Yeah. God damn. Well, that's over on the B stream if you're interested in checking that out. One of our placement games over there. Here on the main stream, we're seeing who's going to keep on advancing in this lower bracket. And NIP with a pretty good start to this game, in all honesty. They've done a good job at getting the right read so far. In that round, they rotate down to B pretty quickly. And more importantly, they've been able to get on top of the economy game early, which I think is exactly the start they would have wanted. They've caught Alexi B a couple of times as well with some aggression in towards lobby. They've been able to isolate him. Alexi B plays those positions very often, so it looks like NIP have got a bit of homework done, right? They're ready for some of those plays. And now in this round, it's only Deegs for OG. So Twist just needs to be careful he doesn't give a life away too easily. Timing pretty good on the peak, but he's going to have to fall back.
MBK with one on the deagle. Nuke now being run down by multiple players. He'll handle one, but there's just too many. Too many players overrunning his one position, but the bomb has been collected. Rez, oh, he is handling this well. 3 kills. And now it's just Valde left alone. Caught in the open. Rez swings on by a 4K in the round. Rez is up 13-1. Yeah, he has had a fantastic start. Straight from the pistol round into the second. And now here as well. Just taking them all down. Again, most of the kills have come in against some of the weaker weapons, Alex. You can't take that away from him. But the fact that it's been solid, you know, he hasn't really dropped the ball just yet. 13-1, 216 ADR. It's a lot of confidence built up off of those plays. Now we head into round number 6.
And in the games that NIP have been winning, it's been Rez and Nuke, mainly. Nuke in most games has showed up, but generally Rez is the man who can push them over the line when he has a good game. Now Hampus is pushed up again here, Dinko. He's got Nuke behind him with the AWP to try and help somewhat over at Yard. And Hampus is just going to see if he can play this sneaky position again. The OG players do have helmets, so it's not going to be easy kills with the MP9. It's going to have to be the double dinks. Smokes come through. Let's see what Hampus is going to do. Flashed in for aggression. They know he's here. The MP9, oh dear, turns away at the wrong time. So that is the first man lost, and Nuke is stuck behind the smokes. Not many options for him. Rez is looking to fight, though.
Over the top of the smoke, Rez just chips away one this time. No multi-kill for him in the round, but he's done enough to keep it within touching distance. He's trying to follow up with a couple of kills there, but just caught out of position. And now Nuke holding the cross. The smoke deploys. There's no follow-up smokes here. They're just going to walk right into his AWP. And this is easy pickings for NIP. There's no other utility to play with that. And now it's just one flashbang for Valde. He'll bang it off the wall. He's dropped down to 8 HP. And a 1v3 clutch in total on a ridiculously low amount of health. 30 seconds. This is just looking impossible. NIP will bide their time. And Valde hoping that someone pushes him, someone gets a little overzealous from the NIP team, but that won't be happening.
It looked like OG might have used 2 smokes on main there. I didn't exactly get to catch it, but it looked like 2 smokes bloomed in that same spot. Either way, I think Hampus's early aggression actually does kind of enough to slow OG down in the first place, right? Because Hampus doesn't get a kill there, but the outside smokes were already down. The flash forced them away, and it bought a bit more time for NIP to be able to get into position. Rez also fights aggressively, slowing them down a little bit longer. And then there's the lineup for Twist. Lovely spray in from the garage. Fast rotations as well from NIP. Think about how many players were at yard in that round for NIP. To begin with, Hampus is up close. Then it's Rez fighting. Then it's Nuke and Twist rotating over. They had 4 different players fighting yard. That was NIP just being ahead of OG in that round. They were very, very aware that was the game plan, and they countered it beautifully.
Solid start from the Ninjas. Coming on to Nuke, and this is a much better performance, one that we weren't really expecting. You know, we highlighted before this match started and in previous matchups. When you look at the win percentage from NIP on Nuke, it's relatively low. The performances follow up on that, right? They don't give us much confidence for them, but this has been a completely different face from NIP to start things off, and I am loving it. Another kill from Rez. That's 15 kills now, Alex. 15 and 2.
I can't remember if I've ever been 15-2 in a game, Dinko. I'm gonna be honest.
Even on
Maybe that says more about me than anything else.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's more about you, but still very impressive from Rez.
Yeah. I think as well for Nip, one of the great things about this start for them is that in those last 2 games they played in this tournament on Nuke, it was their CT side that was a struggle. Against Vitality and Sprout, they only got 5 CT rounds in total, and it's looking like they're about to beat that already. They're about to get their 6th round win because it's only MBK and Mantu remaining. MBK looking for this fight. Twist just trying to survive, trying to draw the attention while his teammates rotate over. Flash comes through, and OG still just sitting back. 20 seconds left. And Mantu gets 1 kill, but that is it. NIP with a 6-1 lead early. And this is where OG again can get another buy to come through. But so far, NIP have been reading them really well.
Yeah, it's been really solid even against the low buys. And I think that's something you can't really respect enough for NIP. The fact that they've come into these, even when OG have an AK or they have a couple of upgraded pistols, the fact that NIP have been winning these rounds with just losing 1 player or not losing any players at all, at least recently there, that's very solid because we know how much individual skill this OG team packs. And Mantu got the AWP out, and he's not going to be able to deliver anything. Rez swings on by 17 and 2 right now. This becomes the most exciting thing about this game. It's just watching Rez's counter take up and see how many kills he can get.
I like how anytime Rez seems to be anywhere near a fight, our observer is frantically trying to switch to him because you know that he's probably going to have a chance to get a kill. Nearly 200 ADR for Rez. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know it's only been, 7 or 8 rounds. But that is still such a strong start.
Mm-hmm. These obviously the realistic part of me has to definitely set up a lot of those kills. Yes, I've been against some of the pistols, some of the weaker buys, but you gotta take what's in front of you, and Rez has certainly done that. The nade going through the smoke. That's going to land on 3 players. Issa, Valde, and Alexi B taking a little bit of damage from the HE. But nonetheless, most of OG get down secret. But Nuke is here with the AWP. Can he hit the first shot? The answer is a resounding yes. And now he's going to reposition.
Ollie and Nade buy more time, and NIP still have quite a few nades left. We're under 30 seconds left in the round, Dinko, and there's still a lot of CT utility remaining. They have the 2-man lead. OG are running out of time here.
Yeah, they're running out of time to do something. NIP have funneled him in towards this A bomb site. Twist trying to anchor down the bomb site. You've got a flank coming in from Valde towards Heaven, but they're not looking for it. Valde with the headshot, a 2nd kill as well. Valde's going for 3, and he's managed to make it work, but the time is so far gone, and the rest of his teammates have fallen. It's NIP with a 7th round, and Valde with his best effort to do something, but it's just the time that's so far gone for OG.
You're looking a little shook right now, Dinko. I'm gonna be honest. Couple of rounds, kind of running out of time. I think one of the issues for OG is that If I were OG heading into this game, my game plan would be to go for those yard plays, get down secret, and see what NIP's rotations are looking like. Because I think at times NIP has struggled to figure out those rotations, right? They've had Nuke away from the lineup for a while. Sometimes you're just going to be a few seconds too late with those rotates. It's going to take you a bit of time to get back into it. But NIP have been really effective at denying this secret play in these early rounds. They've been really good at stopping this from happening. This time, though, OG will get down secret, but they don't get down freely. Mantu's down low on health, and Plopski's already rotated.
Twist playing from the bottom of the stairs. OG are going to start sending players this way, and Twist really has to hope he can show up here. It's the first headshot. Issa, the victim. Second kill for Twist as well. He's doing a great job at locking down this attack from OG. 1 man and 4 kills collected. Alexi B towards outside. Yet to post a single kill, and he'll flee the scene, walking away with his head hanging low as NIP find an 8th round. This is just ridiculous. What a showing from NIP. Everybody having their moments. Everybody getting those important kills. When they've been tested, they've passed. And this Twist passing with flying colors. Overachieving perhaps to the 4K. What are OG going to be able to do? I want a timeout coming in here from OG. You've got a bunch of leaders here. You've got a bunch of great minds in this team. Surely they'll be able to figure something out. But right now, NIP dominating them.
Alexi B will be saving. And as you said, 0 kills for Alexi B. And one of the storylines of this tournament has been Alexi B individually has been looking pretty solid. For this tournament, he's got a 1.11 rating. He's got the same rating as Mantu. He's been a really solid fragger. But right now, this is looking like an entirely different NIP on Nuke. They're getting these rotations so much quicker than I'm used to seeing from them. They have Twist and Plopski both down here. They work together, and Twist coming up with a quad kill. Massive impact from him. Great hold down secret. I think one of the issues I was having with NIP was in so many rounds they were giving up secret and they were just slow on the rotate. They were never really getting over there, but this time they were 1 step ahead in that round. They already had 2 players in position.
There's the fact that backs up what you were saying earlier on, Alex. Nuke takes the least amount of opening duels than everyone in the entire tournament, bar Bimas, but wins them the most when he decides to take them. Now, guess he's just choosing his fights wisely.
Yeah, definitely been working out for NIP so far. I mean, in this map, he hasn't even been called upon that much. We saw him in the group stage, Dinko. We were saying that Nuke was just the main man every single time for NIP. That seemed to have changed in this one. And after Alexi B saves the AK, the rest of the team only having pistols. We did get the timeout ahead of this round. Let's see if they've come up with an answer for this one. Twist. Oh, that nade is going to do damage.
Oh my. That's a lot of damage. And now Twist is under pressure again. Hampus has taken the first, but Twist lining them up. Again, Twist doing a good job. Nuke has arrived. And it's just Issa left alone. NIP yet again have only lost the 1 player. Issa trying his best here. Looks like he's got his phone camera set up here on the right side.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, he will go down after 1 kill. He gets an extra on the Plopski at the end, but 9-1 on the board. NIP, this is just ridiculous. This is a completely different team. You said we've seen him in the group stage, Alex. We have. We followed them since the start of this tournament, through Group D, now into the playoffs. And NIP have just got steadily better as this tournament has gone on. They got outmatched by Vitality. I think most teams in this tournament will be that's been happening to, right? No matter who's been up against Vitality, the top Group A, even beating out Fnatic. So Vitality have been looking real solid. They beat FaZe Clan yesterday, and the best thing about it, like you said, everybody is now showing up for NIP, and Rez with another kill.
Mantu's finally got the AWP out, and he's finally got a kill onto Nuke. Problem could be that, again, there are so many CTs stacked around yard for NIP. They're really focusing on trying to deny this control. This time, though, OG have got into secret, but there are 2 players in that garage. Mantu, oh, good reaction shot onto Rez. Important that he got that kill, as now Hampus has to smoke himself off to get back to safety. So finally, a man advantage for OG. They are somewhat spread apart, though, and Plopski's aggression if this is well timed, there's a chance he could have gone and spotted the bomb. He's just going to push into door, though. And OG need to make sure they don't let this loose. Another kill for Mantu. 3 kills now on the AWP. He is stepping up.
Every now and then, you've got to have one of those rounds where your AWPer just goes out and picks you up a round win. And so far, Mantu has done that. 3 kills collected towards outside. Plopsky has pushed through, but the bomb has been collected, and Valdez going to hear these footsteps. He knows there's a player running past. Plopsky, he went for the aggression through lobby. He was patient, holding on, and nothing will come his way. NIP will finally concede a round. Rez goes down for the 3rd time. But what a round for Mantu. That's exactly what you need. Every time that he's got that AWP, every time OG have finally got enough money to play with, that they can get that sniper into the hands of Mantu, it's been shut down with 0 impact. Finally, he's given a little bit of space to work with, and he shows us what he can do.
Yeah, that's what we needed to see as well, because that outside control has been so big for NIP. That's been what's helped them win a bunch of their rounds. So getting Mantu that AWP, I think, could make all the difference. If they can just slow it down at Yard, wait for those nades to fade, and then have the chance for Mantu to land shots like that, that could be a real game changer here. Twist just looking to save this AK. I gotta say, Dinko, one of the scary signs for OG is that looking at their round win percentages on Nuke, OG are one of those rare teams that actually do win more of their rounds from the T side. So having this slow of a start is definitely a bit scary for them. I mean, you look at their last 2 games, even in this very tournament, they actually got more T rounds against Mouse Sports and against G2. They did better on the T side in both of those games. So being 9-2 down, it's scary for them, but if they can bounce back and get a few more round wins, maybe we'll see the tide start to turn.
NIP still off to a fantastic start, of course, but OG feels like they just need a little bit of space to play with. They haven't had that. NIP have been very good at just sort of suffocating the attack from OG, suffocating this T side completely. The aggression's been on point. They've been winning a lot of these duels, just taking straight up fights. And something also for NIP that they've been doing very well is just not giving away any of these unnecessary kills. They're not giving anything to OG. And they're going to have to fight to find these kills back. In the last round, I mean, their first they've been able to find in a long time. It was Mantu delivering with a huge, impactful round. And now the attack towards outside yet again, but Hampus tries to move through the smoke, tries to play with this smoke, and he's caught out Mantu. Good first kill, traded back by Valde.
Really interesting how NIP are playing this Yard. They're playing it so aggressively all the time. They're always trying to slow OG down, and now these smokes are starting to fade. This is where players could get caught in the open, and NIP, 2 more kills on the board. Issa and MBK have to save the day as NIP just keep on winning these fights.
Plopsky has been playing this A bomb site really well. As soon as he gets info that there's multiple players towards outside from OG, he hasn't wasted any time. He takes lobby control almost immediately. And he's got another kill off the back of it, repositions this time to take down MBK. And now Issa just letting that clock run down, hiding away. This is probably the best hiding spot we've seen so far. Good job, Issa. But nonetheless, 10 rounds for NIP. I feel bad for OG right now. They're just getting absolutely toyed with. NIP, like you said, relentless towards that outside pressure. Hampus does a really good job at slowing down OG, gathering a lot of information. And because OG sends so many players towards outside, that allows a lot of the map control to go in favor of NIP. So if Hampus is successful in taking the kills towards outside, it funnels them or forces them to go back into the A bomb site. And because they've lost so much control of lobby, it just doesn't go their way. Rez nearly gets the double there in the spray down, gets the 1 kill. And at least it is traded, 4v4.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that lobby aggression, Dinko. But because Hampus is getting that aggression at Yard, and I think it is worth pointing out, you know, Hampus's stats aren't great in this game, but he's been getting so much valuable information. That's not a good flashbang. Hampus this time playing in a ramp room, trying to see if he can lock this down. Bit of damage done onto Issa. Flashbang dodged away. With the incendiary landing, OG realized there might be a couple more players at ramp than they would have wanted. They decide to double back. They go in towards this A site. And this is looking like the first time where OG might have a chance, but they're going to have to make it quick.
Yeah, bomb goes down there. Nuke and Twist getting it done. Still a man advantage for NIP, but they move forward. The last two remaining players trying to put pressure onto Plopsky, who has been fantastic as the A anchor. And yet again, another multi-kill for Plopsky. An 11th round for NIP. And OG haven't arrived to the server yet.
Oh, I'm loving this, man. I'm loving seeing Plopsky back on the server. This is more of what I wanted. If he can be sort of that third-star player on this squad, you know, behind Nuke, behind Rez. Twist has been having a great game here as well. Now he's going to get the AWP into his hands. We're seeing Twist go for some aggression at ramp at times. We're seeing him look much more confident. This is just a completely different NIP. All right,
I'm loving it as well.
Got to keep it up.
Yeah, he's got to keep this performance up. 21-4. He has been unstoppable within this first half. I love how Hampus has been going for this outside aggression. You know, he is a player that's going to lose his life doing that quite a bit. But he's only got 3 kills, but he has done so much to allow the team to get a lot of map control and to allow the pressure to be constant towards OG. So that's where you have to add a little context to the stats. And right now, heading into round number 14, right out of the pause, it's OG. Trying their charge down towards Secret. They've got a couple of players down there already. And luckily, so far, haven't lost a player. Oh, Hampus. Oh.
Okay, 1-for-1 trade. This is the first time OG really get down Secret safely. The problem is they only have pistols in this round. It's not the ideal scenario, and Twist has already arrived with the AWP. Another shot landing. Bomb has been planted, though, and that puts the pressure on NIP to start this retake, to make sure they can get back into the site.
Yeah, they need to go quickly with this double AWP. Like you said, it becomes very difficult to get back in when you have the 2 snipers. Plopsky's got a first headshot. Traded back by Alexi B, but they know where he is now. They know he's tucked in that corner, but it doesn't matter if the kills keep coming through. But Alexi B is picked off, and the 2 AWPs will win the round. It's OG losing this round. They get the bomb down, though. And heading into the last round of the first half, they desperately need 3. What a performance it's been from NIP so far on this defensive side. And everyone, you know, bar Hampus, I feel like Hampus didn't really need to go up to the top of the stairs there to throw that smoke. I think you can throw that smoke while still keeping the cover. But nonetheless, he gets 1. That's all you can ask of him in that terrible scenario. With 12-2 up, NIP not really caring about many of the small entities in those kind of rounds as long as they're winning them. And now OG, they come into it with the rifles.
Last round of the half for OG on their map pick. 12-2 down. Hampus is here again. Surely this time they've got to be ready, Dinko. Surely this time they're going to clear the corner. Issa goes down early. No trade. Hampus allowed to reposition. They've got to get him here. Double peek comes through. Finally, Valda shuts him down. Again, though, Hampus has slowed things, but this time OG do have a couple more smokes they could use. Nuke not really having vision. So Rez crosses back.
All right, Rez getting across. Nuke just trying to hold on, but OG, they haven't even got a player towards yard anymore. They're going to pull them all the way back, sending the players to a different avenue. That is going to be lobby. This time, from NIP, there's no Plopsky inside of the lobby. He's playing on top hut right now. So, OG, you can see how scared they are walking forward, just making sure no one from NIP is in here. And when they haven't been pushed, and now they can start their walk back to the ramp. They'll leave Valde on the back lines, just covering for any potential aggression coming in from NIP. As they head through lobby, finally the pressure will come into ramp. Twist has been fantastic. 14-5, under pressure again. He holds on, but he's caught out of position. And it's MBK with a headshot. Now the run into B begins for OG.
This is more like it from OG. They spot that early yard aggression, but they don't commit to yard. They know there are going to be more players there. They come back, get the man advantage, but Plopsky almost gets a second. MBK shuts him down, and NIP have a 2v3 retake, and they are pretty far away from the action right now. Not going to be easy.
They're going to need these kills immediately as soon as they arrive to their bomb site. It looks like OG will be grabbing 3, but Rez has swung the double doors open wide. Molotov comes in, no smoke to get rid of this for NIP, so they're just going to have to wait it out, and they don't really have time to waste. No time, but they get the kills, and now it's all on LXCB in the corner, and he will fall as well. They're going to get on the defuse. It's going to be close, but NIP will be taking 13 at the half. What a performance from the Swedes. We'll see if they can close it when we head into the second.
When you're by my side, I
NIP are in control, 13-2 right now. They're winning all the retakes, Alex. They're winning all the early fights. NIP are dominating over OG, and they only need 3 rounds to send us to map number 2.
It's Alexi B's turn with the dualies, Dinko. He had a highlight clip with them the other day. He's got to do it again here. He's only got 2 kills so far, but he's been mollied out of position. NIP, I think, have just gone down the vents. They're straight down towards the B site. Rez holding yard, almost getting this kill. Finally finds it. Man advantage and the B site in control of NIP.
Yeah, dominating the pistol round as well, it seems. Valde, Mantu, and Alexi B, well, they have absolutely nothing to do now. You've got Nuke already on the upper side. Alexi B with the Julies. He hasn't been spotted. At least that's something. And Nuke has gone back down the vent. I love that. They don't see each other that entire time. Rez walking over the top, 25-5, looking like he's going to try and break that record. And NIP are now looking at 14 rounds.
It looked like NIP was so ready for that as well, by the way. Alexi B played that same position the last game OG played, right? Top hut with the dualies. But they just molly it. They molly him out. He can't stop them from going down the vents. That looked like a counter to me. NIP gets straight down onto B. And yeah, I'm excited too, Dinko. Sorry, I cut you off. What are you excited about?
Just NIP playing well again across an individual level, right? There's just everybody kind of showing up. Earlier in the tournament, it was exciting seeing Nuke come back in off of his break and look solid, but now is everybody showing up. You know, Hampus has had a quiet game, but nonetheless, who cares? When Rez is 25-5, you're 14-2 up, you don't really look at that. And now the attack comes in from NIP. Valde's under pressure, the MP9. The player's running him down, and Hampus has got one in the MAC-10.
Fast pace. They want this round over with. The Nuke has got a second kill. OG can't handle it right now. Hampus with the MP9 taking a ton of damage. Plopsky's gone down behind him, and another kill for OG. Still no bomb plant for NIP either. That gives OG a bit more time to try this retake.
Oh, Rez with a clean tap headshot on the MBK's head. And now it's Alexi B and Mantu trying to scramble back into this lower bomb site. They haven't been given even a slither of an opportunity here, though. Alexi B peeking up, goes down again, and it's just Mantu left alone. 1 versus 3, 15-2 for NIP. Map point established already, and the money is not there for OG.
Even on that retake, OG still just kind of looks shell-shocked to me. They don't look confident to take those fights. They look like they're sitting back and just hoping someone else is going to make the play for them, right? You don't have the kit there. You got to go quick. They never really do that. And as you said, Dinko, 15-2, one more round is all NIP need. I would love for Rez to close it out with a 30 bomb. He needs 3 more. MBK whips out the auto shotty for top hut. Alexi B being close at yard with the Deeg. And NIP just taking their time in this one.
Oof. Nice kill from Mantu. Alexi B. And the kill on Plopsky. Somehow, OG have made this round look doable. In fact, they are even ahead. MBK getting something done on the XM. And finally, a little bit of life from OG. When their backs are against the ropes, when they're just about to be knocked out, and they step up. A 3rd round on the board. A little bit better from them. Money's not that great for NIP either.
Yeah, money is bad. And if nothing else, hopefully OG can just get a bit of form here, just individually. You know, it is your map pick. You are getting wrecked on it. Yes, those are all bad things, but just see if you can get a few more rounds together. Couple of nice individual plays in that one. Mantu with a really nice shot on that scout. And this time you're up against an eco, so should be even easier for OG ahead of this next round.
And this should be an easy collection of a 4th round for OG as Mantu taps the head of Rez and now comes back down into secret. It's NIP with 4 players just trying to see what they can do, but OG at least a little bit of breathing room to remember what it feels like to get a couple of kills and maybe add some rounds to the board, because you know, Alexi B was on 2 kills in the previous round. There's something done here. Mantu as well, just chipping away, getting headshots. The most convincing round win we've seen from OG, other than this one, was from Mantu towards outside with that AWP. So, other than that, haven't really seen too much. Still, Esther has broken double figures. He's on 11, Mantu on 14. And Valde one away from doing so as well. But NIP come in with the buy again. Rifles out across the board.
Nice to see Mantu getting another chance with the AWP in his hands. He did have that one round in the first half you were reminding us of. Cadian was talking about how AWPers like to go for this red box aggression as a kind of comfort play at times to get aggressive, but this time Mantu goes safe into secret. Wow, Plopsky almost looked like he pre-fired that. Beautiful shot from Plopsky. They're already down secret. Now Alexi B's going to hear these steps, and Issa has rotated down. Oh, it might be an over-rotate from OG, though. Look at the mini-map, Dinko. 3 CTs down on this B side. That's a bit scary.
Issa trying to hold on. Smoke is up, fades away. The nade goes around the corner. Does a lot of damage onto Rez, Plopsky, and Hampus. And now Issa going back into the vent. Plopsky boosted on top of his teammate. This becomes a very interesting approach that's going to work out onto Valde. Alexi and MBK get a couple kills back, but Rez finally caught walking by. The knock is there for the quick trade, and now it's all on Alexi B to save the day for OG. They'll try and get this one over the line. Otherwise, it's the Ninjas with the win, and it's 16-4. Dominant from the start. NIP show up across the board, and I'm just very happy. Alex, that's all I can say. NIP showing up, finally getting it together as a unit. That's something they just haven't been able to do so far in this tournament, and I feel like there were signs of it against FaZe Clan. I think we started to see Rez look really good in that matchup, and he's come in today as well, alongside Nock doing the same. So NIP looking like a deadly force.
Definitely. And I'm just so happy that they knew that OG were likely to pick Nuke here, and they clearly came in with a game plan. In my mind, they did something to throw OG off their game instantly. It worked for so long in that half. I'm always happy when teams know their opponents are going to pick a map, and they practice it a little bit. They learn it. They get something new. They throw something new at their opponents. It worked out so well for Nip here.
Yeah, there's so much to break down on how NIP performed, and so we're luckily not the ones that are going to be doing that. Instead, there's going to be the rest of the guys on the desk, and that's coming up after the break.